Imagine waking up to see XRP, the so-called banker's coin, trading in the hundreds, maybe even 4 digits. The coins you bought for just a few dollars are now worth enough to rewrite your financial story. I know it sounds far-fetched, but maybe not until you see what's been happening quietly behind the scenes and why some of the largest institutions in the world are quietly positioning themselves for that exact outcome. In mid-2023, a US federal court ruled that buying or selling XRP on public exchanges is not the same as selling a security. That one sentence changed everything, removing a legal cloud that had hung over XRP for years. Suddenly, big banks and payment companies could test and integrate Ripple's payment network without even worrying about violating securities laws. Since that ruling, several major players have quietly run pilots moving dollars, euros, and even pesos across Ripple's ledger instead of using SWIFT. Transactions settle in seconds, cost less than a penny, and avoid the delays that plague traditional cross-border wires. These tests aren't flashy public launches, they are the kind of low-profile trials that happen before large-scale adoption. And Wall Street, it loves familiar packaging. That's why Bitcoin ETFs took off so quickly. They fit neatly into existing brokerage accounts. Analysts expect an XRP ETF to follow once custodians prove that they can store the coins securely and exchanges keep volume high. When that happens, XRP could become just as easy to buy for pension funds and sovereign wealth funds as any stock or bond. Now, here's the part most people miss. Pension funds and sovereign funds together control tens of trillions of dollars. If even 1% of that moves into XRP for cross-border payment use, daily demand could far exceed the amount of XRP entering circulation, creating upward pressure. We've seen this kind of scarcity meets demand dynamic before with Bitcoin. In January 2024, the SEC approved 11 spot Bitcoin ETFs. Wall Street capital flooded in, and the supply squeeze was immediate. Remember, about 93% of all Bitcoin is already mined, leaving very little new supply to meet fresh demand. This is also where market psychology comes in. In crypto, the biggest holders, whales, know how to create fear. A sudden withdrawal pose at a major exchange or news of a DeFi exploit can trigger panic selling. When prices break below round numbers, algorithms dump even more. Retail traders hit the sell button in fear, while whales quietly buy back at a discount. The simplest way to avoid being shaken out is to set your plan in advance. Pick the prices you want, maybe 0.8, 0.7, 0.6 for XRP, and place your limit orders early. If the market dips, your orders fill automatically while you stay calm and offline. Volatility isn't a bug in crypto, it's the feature that produces the biggest moves. Think of it like a roller coaster. The drops are intense, but the real rewards show up when you stay strapped in through the steepest parts. Historically, Bitcoin rallies first in a bull market, but once its momentum shows, XRP often catches the next big wave. In 2017, XRP soared about 35,000% in a single year, roughly 25 times Bitcoin's gain, and sparked rallies in other large cap coins before money flowed down into smaller, riskier tokens. So if you're holding XRP right now, you're not just holding a cryptocurrency, you're holding a potential key player in the next wave of institutional adoption. If you're not, it's worth asking yourself why, especially when history shows how quickly these moments can come and go. And as always, this isn't a financial advice, it's about understanding the dynamics so you can make your own calls instead of reacting to fear. So yeah, I will see you in the next one. Thank you.